What up, folks? Once again, it's your boy Tim, the handsome liberal. Just wanted to drop in and give you a real quick video today. QAnon Shaman. This dude, if I can get my tablet to show it, if you recognize this guy, he's probably the most visible figure from the insurrection on January 6th at the Capitol building. QAnon Shaman dressed up as a Viking, as you've seen, with all the war paint on. He's facing sentencing, and he's been incarcerated already. He's been in jail for 10 straight months, and he's facing a sentence of up to 51 months. So you're talking a little bit over 4 continuous years in a federal institution. So that's hard time, 51 months. So I want to drop this video on you for him because, like I often say for my right-wing viewers, if you can defend this shit, I don't want to hear any more about being part of the law and order party. This is very similar to the summer of rioting and looting that you want to blame on Black Lives Matter or any of these groups fighting for civil rights or, systemic racism or police brutality, whatever. The common phrase is, that's the improper way to protest. That's not the right way to protest rioting and looting. You're not getting your point across. Well, the January 6th insurrection is essentially the exact same thing. They broke into a building, they stole shit, they did a lot of damage, rioting and looting. What's the difference? So what do you think? Well, if you were in a position of power where you could hand down a sentence to QAnon Shaman, he's already served 10 years or 10 months. Let me not get ahead of myself. He's already served 10 months. And he's facing a maximum of 51 months. What would you hand down to this guy for his role in the January 6th insurrection? Now, he also left a rather threatening letter on the desk of one of the politicians. I cannot remember. I don't know if it was Pelosi or Schumer. They were targeting liberal politicians, with the exception of the chant of hang Mike Pence. They were going after liberal politicians, and he left a letter on the desk of one of them stating that justice is going to be coming soon and things of that nature. So what do you think this guy should receive? Now, I understand that some of you in the right wing, because you believe the election was stolen, you understand or you support what happened on January 6th. But I'm going to reiterate my statement of, the improper way to protest. Now, keep in mind, Black Lives Matter, they believe that the, systemic racism or police brutality is a real thing. A lot of members on the right believe that that's a farce. That's a made-up cause. Well, folks on the left certainly believe that stop the steal in the election being stolen is a made-up cause, and they have a lot of right-winged government officials that are confirming it. There was, virtually all of the judges, the Supreme Court did not back it up. Several Republican governors did multiple recounts, and they came back all with the same conclusion, that the election was not stolen. So you can say Black Lives Matter is fighting or, rioting for some shit that's not real, but yeah, the same thing is being said about what happened on January 6th, is that they're fighting for something that's not real. And my take on it is this: even if the election was stolen, which as a liberal, I strongly disagree with any notion that it was. I don't believe you would be able to get so many Republican politicians, election officials, and judges that Trump appointed himself to all say, no, it was held legitimately. I don't believe that. If it was stolen, most of these folks actually voted for Trump. They would have been right there in line. In the Supreme Court, 6-3 majority in favor of Republicans would have definitely heard the case. None of that happened. So clearly those in power do not believe the election is stolen, with the exception of Trump himself. Anyway, here's my take on it. If the election was stolen, I'm going to debate that. If the election was stolen, there's no way not to fucking hold Trump accountable for that. And what I mean by that is Trump came to power in 2015, announced he was going to run for president, and the first fucking thing he said, it's rigged. That came out of his mouth. It is rigged. When he ran against Hillary Clinton, it is rigged. He stated the election was rigged. He then won the election. All of a sudden, all of the talk that it's rigged just went away. He was president for 4 years, and then come November 3rd, he loses the election, and then he steps up and says, I got cheated. This shit happened under your watch. After 4 years of you saying it was rigged, what the fuck did you do to protect the integrity of the election while you were president for 2016, 17, 18, 19, and right up to 2020 in November? This happened under his watch. Yet the Democrats, who had no power, because also Trump came into office not only as president himself, the Senate and the Congress were also Republican. What the fuck did you do to protect the integrity of the election? Yet his supporters are not giving him any blame for dropping the ball on something that they genuinely believe happened. It's kind of like blaming the police for systemic racism when the entire force is black. You can't blame anybody else. You're in power. You got Congress. You got the Senate. And you're telling me that none of you guys could, if you think the Dominion machines are, they're faulty, you got Senate, you got Congress, you got the Supreme Court, fix that shit. You did nothing. You dropped the ball. So if you truly believe the election was stolen, but you give Trump no blame for it, something's wrong with that. You fucking biased. Anyway, QAnon Shaman, just really wanted to drop this video on you. Once again, I'm asking you to do what I always ask you to do. Show your boy some love. Hit the subscription. Click on the bell so you know when I'm dropping these videos. We talk about all things politics and current events. The Ahmaud Arbery trial is going on, and that'll be the next video. Kyle Rittenhouse, they're still deliberating. We're not going to go into that on this video, but once again, show your boy some love. Go ahead and hit the like button if you like how I'm presenting this shit, and if you don't, hit the dislike. I take my share of licks, and if you do hit the dislike, drop me a comment, holla at your boy, let me know what the hell you dislike that I'm coming at you with. Anyway, once again, it is the Handsome Liberal. I'll catch you in the next video.